What's up, guys? I'm Jed Abendroth, and this is Big Man Fitness. So today, before we get too far away from, well, what happened to me, we're going to discuss this little guy. This guy right here. This is my Apple Watch. And why are we discussing it? I want to give credit where credit is due. And honestly, first of all, big shout out to the men and women of Kaiser Permanente, their hospital, and their doctors so far. Albeit a little slow at times and a little frustrating, I have definitely enjoyed, well, everything they can do for me. They have gone above and beyond when it comes to my actual care that is needed, and they are, well, taking care of me when I need care. So, with that being said, we're now going to talk, because this is a fitness channel, the one piece of tech I used to complain about, I even did a video about years ago, which I'll link a description down below. You should go and watch it. Apple Watch. And why it's very important, but I'll never get rid of this one. Or, if I do, it'll be one identical to it, not one of the newer ones. So let's get into this. Alright, so the Apple Watch. We're on Series 10. Ultra 2 just came out just a couple months ago. Maybe just a month ago. But here's the thing. Apple Watch has been around. There's a lot of fitness things out there. Fitbit, which I believe was bought by Google. You got Google, Samsung, G-Shock. Casio's G-Shock even offers like all these different little things that the Apple Watch can do. I'm in the Apple ecosystem, so I use the Apple Watch, but when it comes to actual physical tracking and other health-related issues, sleep tracking, things like that, I think, for me, Apple Watch is the best deal you can get. We're even at the point in history where now we have rings, we have things we can put under our pillows. Even my CPAP has cellular signal. Kind of cool if you ask me. So, why are we talking Apple Watch? Well, the Apple Watch saved my life. Apple, thank you. So let's talk about what happened. So that the day of, and I'll put the date on the screen. I can't remember, always remember it right off the top of my head. But late July, I'm at lunch. Day's going okay. I'm feeling a little off, but nothing out of the ordinary. But as I'm walking in from lunch, as you guys know, I like to sit outside. So I'm coming in. It's not a far walk, but it's a fairly decent walk from all the way outside to where I got to go work. And by the time I got to the desk I was working at for the day, I was then testing. I was feeling really lightheaded and very dizzy. My watch, luckily, I was able to just kind of go, oh, there's something wrong here. Pulled up first heart rate. Heart rate was normal. Then I did the cardiogram, or where you got to hold it and just kind of read your actual beats. That was fine. And so then I read blood oxygenation, and this is the oximeter is what it's called, developed by a company called Masimo. We'll get into that a little bit here in a few minutes. So I'm reading my blood oxygen level. It was at, normally I sit between like 96 and 98%. It dropped down to about 95, 94%. And I was like, oh, that's not good. So I turned around and I'm talking to somebody that had also just came back from lunch. one of my coworkers, and I said, hey, my blood oxygen seems to be dropping. We talked for a minute, and he goes, well, what is it now? And I was like, well, let me check. I checked it. Within that, like 5 minutes, it dropped from like 95, 94% to 90%. I stopped and I said, okay, I need to go to the doctor's. Now, don't do what I did. I called my boss, told him what was going on, and I had to leave, and I left. Now, here's where you don't do what I did. I drove myself roughly 8 miles, 10 miles to the nearest Kaiser hospital. Now, where I work is in Dulles. The nearest Kaiser hospital is in Tyson's Corner. It's all Northern Virginia. So I drive myself there. I'm feeling okay driving. I don't have the best reflexes. Luckily, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's not a lot of traffic. By the time I got to the hospital, I remember I got out of the truck, my backpack with my laptop and everything's in the back. I don't even attempt to grab it, which is, if you know me, that's not something I do. I'm bringing everything with me. I'm a tech guy. I'm a tech guy. It's got my personal laptop, it's got all my chargers, everything I need. No, I leave it in the truck. I just grab my phones, made sure I had my wallet, and I start walking in. Now, there's a parking garage next to the hospital. Parking in the parking garage, it's not very complicated. It was for me that day. That's how discombobulated I had become. Couldn't figure out how to get into the hospital from the parking garage. So like a big dum-dum. Yep, this guy right here. Big dum-dum. Who's got 2 thumbs and is a big dum-dum? This guy. So I'm walking through the street. I'm walking through the entrance of, the vehicle entrance of the parking garage, and around on the street, I almost got hit by a car to get into the front doors. Now, and it's kind of funny, there is security checkpoints, I get it. They need you to, they got x-ray, they got metal detectors, whatever. I just go storming through. Now, luckily, I had called them before I'd even left work, so they knew I was coming. I come stumbling through. I'm ready to pass out. My blood oxygen level was so low, I felt like I was going to pass out. So I get in there. I'm very discombobulated. Security's grabbing me, trying to pull me back through because I didn't empty my pockets and I didn't go through their protocol. And I'm telling the person my name. Luckily, like I said, I'd called, and they're like, whoa, stop. Stopped the security guards, immediately threw me in a wheelchair, and got me admitted. At that point, my blood oxygen level had dropped to 82%. Within another 20 minutes. It was just downhill. So, of course, they do the cardiac protocol to make sure I'm not having a heart attack or anything like that. But they're also, they're going through everything they need to go through. The blood oxygen's low, so they start putting me on a breathing apparatus that's feeding me vaporized chemicals. They got me in an IV, hooking me up with different stuff there as well. I'm there for 24 hours. Now, would I've maybe made it to the hospital without the Apple Watch? Probably. Would I know me. I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. If it wasn't for this little piece of tech, I might not have realized something was very, very wrong. I've gotten dizzy before. I'm fat. Walking sometimes makes me a little dizzy. My idiot self may have sat there for another hour or two thinking, oh, it'll subside. And I may have made myself worse. And that's why I want to give a big shout out to Apple. The Apple Watch saved my life. And well, it allows me to do things and it's helping in my progression of my health right now. Been able to go on walks, start my fitness again. It's been a couple months, but even doing small things around the house, like mowing the lawn, things like that, very important to me. So being able to monitor my health through my Apple Watch has, again, made it the most valuable tech in my bag right now. And with that, thank you, Apple. Thank you, everybody that helped develop this. And hopefully you guys get some type of injunction that allows you to continue selling watches with the oximeter in it. But as always, this will be my watch until it dies. Or that feature comes back. Maybe a while, but it's something I look forward to. So that is why I wanted to talk about the Apple Watch, why it's so important to me, and how it saved my life. So guys and gals, as always, stay fit, stay healthy. I'll see you real soon. Peace.